Yes, yes, it's my daughter doing well, down in front. Well, here's what happened. I was walking back into the woods when I came upon a small human, a child, they call it.
This is my cue.
That's right, a group of them called children.
But you did not touch this child, did you? That would be against your laws.
Yes, no, I mean, you're quite correct, my dear. I did not. Well, I did make some provision for it.
I knew you were hiding something. What provision, as you call it?
As she grows, the lioness, so I don't see nothing bad happen to it.
I cared for it, and even though I had 2 cubs of my own, I looked after it just as His Majesty King Axel ordered.
After all, it was such a puny thing.
Yes, but they grow, I've heard.
Here we go. Yes, King Will.
As king of the Nook, you are well aware that I'm in charge of those who watch over the beasts.
We all know what your job is, Will. Get on with it.
With all due respect, if you're to make such arrangements, I should have been told.
He has a point.
He always has a point. I'm telling you now, Will. Hear my voice. Am I going too fast for you?
But now it's too late.
Says who?
The point.
I believe King Will is concerned about what the human foundling will do if left in the forest.
That's not our concern. Surely the human child will be rescued by one of its own kind. Wait a minute. This could be something.
You see, the seal gone to the edge of the woods and found the baby.
And don't make me come over there.
Sorry.
May I say something to the Master Woodsman?
Keep it short.
Lucille, what are you carrying there?
A little something, something for me.
Why, have you brought the human child into our land? Into our very group?
This is what I was afraid of.
Don't be afraid. He won't hurt you. Grow up.
Is this true, Lucille? You've broken our laws by bringing it here?
But it was helpless. It needed me.
But I made arrangements.
Right. He left it with the lion. Men. I'm not just any lion. I'm queen of the beasts. So,
Silence. I know you, Lucille. I know you're tired of your daily chores and want something more in your life.
this is true. But don't you see? This is what I believe I am to do. To raise this baby as my own.
It's forbidden.
How?
How she asks. You tell her. She's your favorite.
You're not helping. Lucille, you know the laws here in the Jersey Woods, laws we've all lived by for centuries.
Laws which you yourself made.
That's why I don't have any problem with them.
But how can you forbid me of taking care of the baby when you yourself did the same thing?
Did a good job I was doing.
She gotcha. Yeah, I hear. All right, Lucille may keep the baby, and I will give him my protection. But this is it. No more human children will be cared for by a mortal.
I only want the one. What will you call him? I've been thinking about that. I shall name him Claus. It means little one. Claus? Such a nice name.
Why not call it Nicklaus? That way everybody will know it's yours. Lucille Nicklaus.
That will be his full name then, Nicklaus. But I shall call him only Claus.
The clause, you see, is in St. Nicholas, the name. Sorry.
And we shall raise him as one of our own and teach him our ways.
The celebration continues.
And he is going to be cared for in the best way I know. I'll make him a bed of the softest moss. And he will grow tall and strong and be loved by all the immortals. He will be smart in the ways of the earthly woods. He will not be afraid of anything and have many friends.
world.
I never understood that about him. We've always done our ways, our customs. We had no need for this.
Desire to know more, to explore.
You have to understand this is not our way.
It was his. He is a human after all.
I had hoped he had not been so infected.
Yet then it happened, and became a turning point in his life.
And he had help. As I was to find out, Ack, the Master Woodsman, had a hand in this.
Miss Phil, got a minute?
And here it happened, on this particular day. What is it we need to talk about, Master Woodsman?
I've been with these humans. I've seen him grow and ask questions. Questions no immortal can answer. So I took him out of the woods.
But why?
Hey, I'm making this up as I go. We do not know his ways, so I took him out of the woods, showed him other humans, how they are, how they live.
Claus!
He has changed himself.
Claus!
He is different.
Claus!
He is no longer one of us.
No, he will always be one of us.
See for yourself.
Claus, what the Master Woodsman said, is this true? Are you changed?
Not towards you, Mother. That can never change. But I've seen others like me. I always knew I was different from all the immortals, even though you never let on. I always thought I was one of a kind. But I've seen many others like me. So many. Out there.
Indeed, they outnumber us. And a gang of them get together and they start building one.
I've seen them big ones, little ones, fat ones, thin ones. But most of all, I remember their faces. Pleasant, reckless, anxious. They live their lives day to day, never knowing, always wondering. Some work at tedious jobs, others strut around pompously.
I saw that.
But especially I remember the children. Ragged little children rolling in the dust of the streets, playing with scraps and pebbles. Other children wearing fine clothes and fed sugar plums. And this is the odd part, those children were no happier than the ones in rags.
Childhood is the happiest time of humankind. I have heard during those years they're carefree and joyful.
But all children, rich and poor, are equally fair and sweet.
You see, Miss Phil, none of us age. He, as human, does. And this change